All right, guys, welcome to the stream. We've got Dragon from the ACT Crows, and we've got Runt from the Hobart Vikings to call our first round robin games of the night.
Hey guys, how we going?
All right, so in this game, we have Outlaws on green, Owlbears on red, Storm on blue. It's been a nice slow start. Thankfully, we haven't missed any bases in the first minute.
Yeah, for sure. So everyone's just playing a pack point game at the moment. We've got Storm players that haven't even fired a shot.
Yeah, it looks like some defensive setups in all of the bases. So for those tuning in at home, we do have... we've just finished our Masters and Juniors, so there might be a few players in the game who are feeling it a little bit. Not sure, yeah, we've got a couple on one of the teams at least that have been playing a few games just now. They'll be nicely warmed up in this nice cold arena.
Yeah, sweet. I think Invictus and Packing were both up there in Masters. And Invictus is locked in. Like, he's up 7-2 right now. I don't even think his anchor. He's just crashing it on a door or somewhere in the maze.
Quite possibly. We do see a last line defender in red base, having a bit of a look around the panel. We've got a friend out there giving us some balls. What else do we see?
Yeah, so it looks like Owlbears, yeah, they're all getting a bit carved up. Some of them are getting starved. Like Dari hasn't fired a single shot. So all the action seems to be very much centered around green base at the moment, with blue making the most of it and red getting a bit carved up out there.
Yeah, so for those who aren't familiar with this maze, with the cameras that you can see on screen are the base cameras for the red base, the green base, and the blue base in the maze. But there is a large open area between the three bases that is clearly having some heavy play going on right now. Do we have any cameras, do you know, for the middle of the maze? Let's see if we can have a look at those.
I mean, we can go to solo cameras. It'll change the scoreboard, but
Arena cameras? Let's have a look at the arena cameras. What can we see? You can see a little bit of action. So for those playing along at home, we have the camera in the top, next to the scoreboard, top right of the screen. That looks like it is overhanging. What do we see? We see the blue. No, I'm losing my orientation on this one, I think. We can see a lot of action. We'll go to bottom right first because we can see a bit more action there. That looks like that is red base looking towards green. So there's a large tire stack in the middle of that bottom right camera, and that is just outside the back door of green base with a lot of dueling going on. Towards the bottom of the screen, bottom right corner of the screen, that is heading towards red base, and towards the left of the screen is heading to... Oh, we've lost that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have those, but anyway, we've got cameras now, so that's good. Yeah, we're getting fixed up. We're coming back from solos. Everything should be pretty locked in now. So Outlaws and Storm absolutely neck and neck on pack points at the moment. Alba is a little bit behind, but not too bad.
Which is interesting because usually red base is one of the better pack pointing bases, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, Owlbears are definitely like the weaker team on paper in this game. You've got Moldy, who's like a very powerful player, but on generally a weaker team. And if Moldy's getting carved up, it's usually not going to be a great time for his team. But they're saying they've got 3 players in the action by the looks, but 2 people completely starving. Like, we've got 430 points and 150. So they're just being completely left out. Granted, you have 1 on each team, though, doing the same. So it's really just those top few players and how many players you can get into the action in this maze. There we go.
Yes, but now we've got the buttons to change the cameras around. That's good. They've
Awesome.
given us new buttons.
We can see all the bases with nothing happening. Brilliant. All right, we got stuff happening at blue. People are in bases.
Green base. Camstar is in the base, tags a player, unfortunately gets 2-shot denied, it looks like, by a red player doing a drive-by. There you go, Owlbears. We were talking about their pack game, but suddenly they've jumped up into second just off that.
Yeah, it's a big swing getting that denial. You get the neg points and the bonus. So yeah, Camstar got brave, got bored, and Moldy punished him. I think it was Moldy punished him for it. I could be wrong on who it was.
But we are seeing some more action now. There were blue players into red base. Dari has pulled the trigger now.
Yeah. So still, we've also still got reds hanging around that front door of blue. A little bit at red, but red look like they're resetting. It's still all the action at blue base by the looks.
Yep. Green straight into red base. Got the defender out. Two shots. Oh!
Gets the finish as the blue player runs in for the denial there.
So we're talking about players being warmed up. Packing's just played 5 Masters games. Said, all right, kids, let me show you how it's done. Takes the first base of the game, gets it clean.
Yeah. Now, puts them ahead, but with that denial, and I think Storm are coming up on pack points. They seem to be closing the gap between Outlaws. Let's check the worm. So yeah, Storm packing very well at the moment.
They are.
I mean...
Oh, Firebird is into red base now. Tags a player, it looks like out the door as he was shooting the base as well. That is a very nice base take. Covering himself from that back door.
Yeah, for sure. I think that was shocking as well. Classic duo of those two. So got in, locked it. Firebird takes his base from the box.
Oh, he was taking from the box, was he?
I think.
Okay.
I
Yep.
could be wrong. I mean, he ended up in box. But yeah.
Yeah, that would have been his teammate then on the pillar, making sure on the big V, making sure that he was nice and safe while he did that.
Sure. So looks like the actions return to the middle of the maze. Got some action at green though.
Yeah, we can just see a bit outside of green base. So you can see a green defender having a check in the front door there. And you can see that tire stack we looked at a quick look at before out that back door of green. There's a blue players there. They're hanging about. They're trying to get that defender out, but that last line defensive spot behind that wall there is so strong on that back door.
Yeah. Now, really interesting at blue. You get Moss paneling up on this right side of that door there. He's taking a very aggressive position for a last line. He's playing right on the door, which means quite vulnerable. But if you're good at paneling, which Moss clearly is, he's making it work. Like, if we check his tag ratio right now, Moss is up at 16-1. He's going insane.
That is pretty bonkers. It is also a sign that there's not much happening at that blue base because he's not really doing much.
Kinda. I mean, they keep checking and he keeps destroying them though.
Oh, green.
Red base.
Into
blue
Camster.
gets a deny over the window and blue's going to try and piggyback. Red's rushing in.
Oh, Mad Cans.
He finished it off. He got it. And he's still holding the base even after 2 people denying him. That's awesome. He's going to get support on the left door as well now.
Yep, so he's got a teammate right there to come in and maybe they can set up and take a second base off this setup. Oh, his teammate does get tagged though.
Yeah.
What's the response? We do see an Owlbears player running into blue base. 1, 2, and Rapid grabs a blue base in retaliation.
Hectic. Okay. So, damn, I missed Kansas tag streak on that base there. Kansas back in though. He's just messing around with the defenders at this point. So, with the game opening right up now, you get Storm quite ahead, but Owlbears keeping in the pack with Storm. They're about 2k-ish down on pack, 1k down on pack. Outlaws getting a bit left behind, 3k down on Owlbears.
Yeah, Outlaws is really just those denials coming in to hurt them.
Yeah. Oh, we've got action at blue and Moss rolls them again. They're going to try and fight him on the door. So, okay, and then he hops back into position as they're about to come up.
Yeah, that left-handed shot around that door or around that panel is so powerful.
He's playing incredibly well. Kansas back to do some trolling in red. He gets shot out. Back at blue. Still trying to dive Moss. Moss has got to be about to get like powder depleted by now, surely. Oh, okay, he's actually copped some deaths finally, but he's hit a reload. Game's coming to a close. Final 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, so it's such a low-base game. You can often have a pretty good idea about what's going on in terms of the overall bases in the game. It's pretty easy to keep track when there's so few bases that have gone down of what everyone has.
Yeah. Moss getting shot out at blue. We've currently got an empty blue. Red's inside.
Doesn't stay in very long, though. Got tagged out by that defender out the back door.
Okay, so they've reset. We've got about 2 minutes remaining. 4k lead. So...
Yeah, no, Storm feel pretty secure in this. There would have to be a couple of very quick Owlbears or even Outlaws bases to have any chance of catching them. And with the defensive setups we're seeing, I just don't see that happening.
Yeah. Now some very interesting. Oh, the mud. Oh, Moss gets them up. Blue, very hectic. Shots on by Moldy, and there's one up alive on the door who shoots him immediately, getting the denial.
Simultaneously, Storm, Cyrex cracked in through that front door of Storm, of Red Base, and grabbed the third base for Storm for the game. That was very nicely done.
Yeah.
We do see Green taking the opportunity to push
Cam
into
shots
Blue.
in, gets denied. That is going to put out, that might solidify the game here. Storm, that base is huge for them. Outlaws, their worm's been trending down, and they got a denial. It's starting to go up, but it's a bit too late. And Owlbears consistently plateauing a bit as well. So Storm are taking this one, but Blue are having another run.
Yeah, and this is impressive as well from Storm. Blue is often considered the weaker pack pointing base of the three, unless you're Archangels. And they have won a very low base game, which means the pack point is so important. They've done an amazing job in getting.
Shots on green.
Oh, that's Trader, I think.
Denied by a green player in that right door. So where's that going to put us standing? We're going to have a minute left. It's really close between Owlbears and Outlaws at this stage.
It is now. And now all Outlaws need is to grab a base, and they take that second.
And we have in green. Shots on.
Shots on.
No, was it?
It looked like shots on, but maybe they weren't. Maybe they were just firing at the player through that front door there.
Blue's in. In blue, sorry. Cam. Oh, and a finish from the outside. That's awesome. He missed the first shot, got the second shot, then stepped into a safe spot to finish. That is going to make it neck and neck for the finish.
It's a 1K difference, or half 500 points now. There's a few tags. They've got about 30 seconds left, 10 or 20 seconds left.
Yeah. We have an empty red. We have reds are still really trying to force that green. They think they need that base, so they're trying to push it, which they do to push it first, so it's a good play. But no base is going down in the last few seconds. That's going to round the game out.
Well played by Storm. They had what felt like very good control of that game from start to finish. And they have come out ahead by a fair margin in the end.
Yeah. Now, the Worm, for about the first 5 minutes or so, absolutely neck and neck. But once Storm started to open up the game, and they were the first ones to open it up, they really kept that momentum going. They kept their pack points increased. They started to steamroll some more bases, and we started to see the other teams go back a little bit. Huge player. Like, we have to highlight Moss. He was going insane on that defense. Tag ratio obviously dropped a bit, but 36 to 19. That's so many tags, and blue is a base which is so chaotic. So Moss really kept that insanely high.
Yeah, that is very impressive. Finishing with 189% tag ratio. Another stat I would like to call out, Camster, we do see a lot of denials on him, but he also takes most tags when taking